Winter's still with us, Target Fields in the snow, but change is in the air. It's spring training time. Hall of Famer Paul Molitor's in the house talking Twins and his historic moments. The NFL may be in its offseason, but this big Ram and a former Viking is at courtside talking pigskin, and the back-to-back national champion Gophers are here. It's a busy Sunday. It's game on. Why are you excited about the upcoming season?
Because they're always competitive no matter what happens. You know, Guardy's always finding a way to get the team to do what he needs them to do. You know, there's always surprises. Somebody steps up, somebody from the minors comes up and produces, like Valencia last year. You know, things just always seem to manage to work out in their favor.
Welcome back and good morning. You found Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. Great to have you with us. I'm Rod Simons, and we are packed today with our little bit of thaw. We will gladly talk and turn towards spring as baseball is back. As we all know, pitchers and catchers have already reported to Florida. We'll be talking about the Twins and how the full squad will get in and aim for titles this year. Paul Molitor, the Baseball Hall of Famer, is with us as well. We'll get to the NFL and talk labor, the Swarm Lacrosse, as well as back-to-back national champions from the University of Minnesota. Not baseball, not football, not basketball, and you'll like what you see. But first, let's get to the Game On by the numbers on this Sunday morning. Spring training has arrived for the Twins, as we'll be talking about. Pitchers and catchers are in. Full squad is next. The Wolves have reached their NBA All-Star break, looking for the second half to begin and looking for a complete change in fortunes. The CBA discussions continue to teeter in the National Football League. We'll be discussing that. And as you know, the NFL draft is set for April 28th in New York City. And couldn't be any more excited to kick off the Sunday morning than to have Paul Molitor with us. Welcome.
Hey, man. Nice to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here.
All right.
You are one of the biggest names in baseball in Minnesota. Obviously, I'm very, very excited to have you here. But when you look at the career you've had, you're always on the go. How do you do it?
Well, I might be the second best player to come out of Cretin. You know, I can put that in my resume, right?
That's right.
But, I still love the game, and the Twins have put me in a position where I can still try to have influence, particularly in the minor leagues. And I try to balance that certainly with family and, other worthwhile endeavors. But it's good to be busy. You know what? The years are slipping by, so I try to maximize time and do what we can. But I'm having a ball.
Let's check out the Molitor file and just show you the numbers are impressive. And if you haven't checked them out recently, you'll be amazed. 21-year baseball career, 7-time All-Star, first ballot Hall of Famer, career batting average of .304. I love that. 3,319 hits, 93 World Series MVP, and number 4 retired by the Brewers. When you look back at the body of your work, is there any one thing that really, really stands out now?
To be honest with you, I think playing till I was 42 means a lot to me. I had a lot of injuries when I was young, and I was kind of labeled as the guy who he had some talent, but he always got hurt. So to have been able to sustain through those tough times and somehow manage to play 21 years, all the other things, the Cooperstown, all those things are fantastic. But, playing to your 42 was pretty fun.
Mr. Brewer is behind the camera. You folks can't see him, but I'm asking him his Paul Molitor moment, and he's saying 5 for 5 in Game 1 of the World Series with the Brewers.
Well, it's almost 30 years ago, which is hard to imagine, but my first World Series, I was 25 years old, and my memory was that we beat the Cardinals in Game 1 10-0, and I ran out on the field in the bottom of the 9th inning after getting my 5th hit, and on the board they said Paul Molitor set a World Series record for 5 hits in a game, and it was kind of one of those out-of-body moments, when you think, your first World Series games, you do something no one had ever done in the history of the World Series. So that was pretty cool.
Now, you're still with the Twins. You'll go down later on in the week down to spring training to join the full squad in their workout. Right. Is there opportunity that you see down the road? You've been a hitting coach for the Seattle Mariners. Right. You're still involved with the team. Do you ever want to manage?
I think it's a fair question. I had a chance to coach under Tom Kelly for a couple of years after I retired, and then you mentioned here in Seattle. I have really settled into this role as a minor league instructor. It gives me an opportunity to have a little more flexibility personally and still have influence on some of the young talent the Twins are bringing up. One thing about the minor leagues is that you get to teach the game, but you're kind of mentoring. Yeah. These guys need a lot of development to turn these guys into men, and I enjoy that. And to be able to spend more time at home because of my schedule and my flexibility, it's really a good fit for me right now.
2 little kids love having Daddy around, too.
Yeah, it's all good. 7 and 4 at home, so we're having a lot of fun with them.
And before we go to break, do the younger guys in Twinsville, Do they know that you're the man?
No, which is great. You know, the farther you're removed from playing, they have no idea. They kind of try to make everyone understand the history and tradition. They know I played, but you got to have something substantively for them to grasp onto. Otherwise, you're just another coach, which is fine with me.
And that big World Series ring will take care of business.
We'll flash that once in a while.
Yeah, we'll flash that up. Hey, don't forget, you can join us for a live taping. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be at spring training with the Twins. We'll be back here on March 8th. Vikings, Swarm, Chris Hockey of Rocket Club and K-Fan Radio will be with us. Live show taping and autographs, T-Wolves and Swarm ticket giveaway, free raffle, food, drink specials, the whole 9 yards. Game on at Courtside Bar and Grill Anoka. Would love to have you out. More with Molly in just a moment.
So, you're looking for a night out with the guys. Guy stuff, sports, beer, fun. What about catching a Wolves game? The Guys Night Out package gives you a ticket, beer, hot dog, and a chance to meet the Timberwolves dancers, all for just $15. That sounds like guy stuff. Log on to Timberwolves.com to get your tickets today.
Wallingberg and Deebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Deebly is there. Wallingberg and Deebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Why are you excited about the Twins this season?
They did so well that last year that I think this year they gained a couple guys, and I think they're going to do a really good job.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. Great to have you with us, Rod and Paul Molitor. And you're working on the Gopher project to get a new stadium to replace Siebert Field. How's that going?
Well, in a nutshell, John Anderson has been there forever. He holds all these tremendous records and is in the coaching Hall of Fame, and they don't have a place to play baseball. Metrodome's down, and they haven't had their own field for a couple of years. We are trying to raise funds to get the Gophers baseball program a field on campus, which they deserve. And we're making progress, and hopefully over the next few months we can make a good announcement.
And you've made a big dent, too, from what I see.
Well, thanks to the Poll lads. They kicked it off in a big way, getting us our fundraising started with a $2 million donation. We're trying to get to about 7.5 so we can break ground, and we're up over the 4 mark, so we're getting there.
Nice. When you look at the Twins and some of their players, namely Joe Mauer, do people forget that you were at Creighton before Mauer and had such an illustrious career, or is it just one of those things that...
What generation you're from?
Generation.
That's kind of how it is. And, Joe, what he's done, and to have his resume with 3 batting titles and an MVP, I'm sure he'd like to add a World Series championship to that as well. But he's the cornerstone of that club. Looking forward to see how this team shapes up this year, because there's going to be some changes. We lost some people. We got an import from the Far East, and we have some untested arms. They're going to get an opportunity to pitch out of the bullpen. Probably the biggest question for me, how's that bullpen going to shape up after losing 3 of our key right-handers last year? So it'll be fun to see how things take shape in spring training.
Liriano, stay or go?
I hope he stays.
Yeah.
I know that there's always underworkings and long-term consequences and things you have to work in the equation, but I still think we haven't seen him at his best in the whole season. So I'm hoping he has a chance to be an anchor of that staff for a long time.
And finally, when you look at the Twins, do you see them going deep into the playoffs?
The potential is there to do that. The division's tougher. Detroit and Chicago have stepped up, and it gets tougher every year to keep winning divisions. But, the experience and the way that the club's kind of taken shape, I would like to think that a world championship was within our reach before this entire core gets broken up along the way. We got a lot of guys approaching last years of contracts. So hopefully that we can find a way to get back in the dance, and hopefully taste a little bit of beyond that first round of the playoffs.
God bless you. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me on.
And we'll see you down at spring training. Have you back.
Sounds good. Always going to be with you.
Paul Molitor in the house. Thank you very much. Don't forget, excitement is building. We're heading down to spring training. 2 shows from Florida. Going to be great. Our reports start a week from today. Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill, Fort Myers, Sunday the 27th and the 6th of March. Look forward to more information. GameOnTVMN.com. And from Paul Molitor to the big man, the big offensive guard for the St. Louis Rams, Adam Goldberg in the house. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Now you kind of have a bone to pick with Molitor a little bit about the Cretin-Durham Hall thing. What's that?
Right, it's just, when I played for Minnesota, I played with Matt Burke and Corbin Lucina, and I had to hear every day about how Cretin-Durham Hall was the best high school since high schools were invented. So It would have been nice to have been here a little early, so I could have given him a little bit of ribbing and given him some Edina pride.
Nice. The pride of Edina is in the house. Now, it's the NFL offseason, but it is a tenuous offseason because, as you told me, you're the labor representative for the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah.
And we have a big labor pact being negotiated.
We do. It's hectic times for the NFL labor situation. The players, we want to play. I'm 30 years old. No one wants to play 2011 NFL season more than I do. Right. I don't know how many more I'm going to have left. So I definitely want to play. All my teammates want to play. It's just a matter of coming to fair terms with the owners.
And the owners have pulled back. There's no negotiating going on right now. Could happen at any moment. Bottom line is the two sides at some point have to come together.
I hope. Yeah. Don't we all hope? Our game is so great. We have such a great product. We have such a great fan base. It'd be a shame to do anything to risk that or risk losing the great product that we do have. We've truly become America's game, and we're proud of that. So I'd hate to let a labor dispute get in the way of that.
We're going to talk labor when we come back, as well as missing Minnesota. Don't forget, you can get all our updates at GameOnTVMN.com. We'd love to have you check out our website, the latest blogs, Brandon on baseball, the boss on MMA, Holt on hockey, Shockers Locker. We're talking Vikings 52-7 as well. We also link you to all our partners. The fan site is purplepride.org. Check us out, GameOnTVMN.com. More with the big guard in just a moment.
Get ready to enter the hive. Rule number 1, always wear a helmet. Rule number 2, don't blink.
The biggest lead of the night, and a shot to go!
Swarm Lacrosse returns to the XL Energy Center. For tickets, call 1-888-MN-SWARM or visit MNSwarm.com.
River City Saloon is the place for food, music, fun, and bikers. Bikers get the best parking spot, and inside, from business people to bikers, everyone's going to have a great time. Create your own bucket list at the River City Saloon. There are specials every night of the week and live music all weekend. Get us online at hollysrivercitysaloon.com and look for the awning just off Main and Anoka, right in the heart of the historic Anoka Entertainment District. See you soon at the River City Saloon.
Why are you excited about the Twins this season?
My grandma got tickets for next year, and we have a 20-season game, and
You're just excited for baseball to come back.
Yes.
Who's your favorite Twin?
Joe Mauer.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. Great to have you with us, Rod, with Big Adam Goldberg, the former Viking. And just to check it out, here's the Goldberg file for you as well. Starting guard for the St. Louis Rams, undrafted free agent by Minnesota in 2003, traded to the Rams. I don't get that still. Drives me crazy. Blocks for the prolific Steven Jackson, and at Edina High School played on both sides of the football. The bottom line is you have a great spot with the Rams. You play for a very solid team. Sam Bradford, you guys are on the rise. Do you ever miss Minnesota?
Absolutely. This is the best football town I've ever seen in the NFL, and it's hometown for me. And so I had the dream come true my first 3 years in the NFL, being here, playing for the Vikings, the team I grew up watching, and playing for the best fans in the NFL. So I definitely miss it. Being in St. Louis, it's the Redbird town. It's Cardinal talk all year round, kind of like what we do with the Vikings here. So yeah, I really miss being in Minnesota, miss the people, miss the fans, and being a part of the Vikings organization.
We miss having another strong offensive lineman too. Argument for another day. When you look at this labor conversation that's going on, the labor talk, the fans here, the 18-game season, we know the wear and tear on you guys. We know about the money. Is it all money? Is that what the disagreement is about, that $9 billion pot?
Well, we really don't know what the key issue is for the owners, because keep in mind, we weren't the ones who had the problem with the status quo.
Right.
We were ready to keep playing under the contract that we had. So we don't really know what the key issue is because we're not the ones with the issue. So as far as what the owners have asked for, we've responded as best we could to all their things. They wanted a rookie wage scale. We responded with a counter proposal. They wanted a 18-game season. We responded. We've responded to every issue that they've brought up. And so I really don't know what their key issue is, but hopefully it's something that we can work together, find a resolution, and get some ball played in 2011.
And there's some nervousness, obviously being an employee of the owners, but there's still hope that it doesn't drag on and ruin training camp and force hands down into September and October.
That's really the truth.
Yeah.
Because the deeper it goes into the off season, the more the product will be affected. I mean, so much of our game is timing based and working side by side with your teammates for an extended period of time. God forbid this thing lasts until August and we go and have a shortened training camp and then go right into the season. The passing game will be off. The blitz packages of the defenses will be off. It won't look like the polished elite product that we have right now.
And so during the offseason, obviously you're nervous. You're being the labor rep for the Rams, keeping in the know, but you're also finding time for the family and the two little guys.
Oh yeah, we're having a bunch of fun. I'm actually here in town to see my parents. I brought my sons up from St. Louis, pulled them out of school for a week, and so they're with Grandma and Grandpa right now, hopefully sleeping.
And physically, health-wise, how are you doing after a really long, hard season?
I've been really fortunate, Rod. I've been really fortunate. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. Yeah. So I'm also a free agent. So 32 teams out there. I'm healthy and ready to roll. So.
I like that. Minnesota, we listening to that.
Give me a call.
Adam, you're the best. Keep us posted.
You got it, Rod.
And
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome home. Great to have you with us. Time now for Who's Hot and Who's Cold, brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems. Who's Hot? It's got to be Hockey Day, Minnesota. Celebration from all the cities in the state. Perfect weather. Gophers and Wild actually won on the day. High schoolers were celebrating too. We are the state of hockey and proud of it. The Wolves are cold. Rest and reflection's what's needed during this NBA All-Star break at the midpoint. The Wolves are looking for a second-half spark, a team many feel is better than their record, and a team ready and eager to show it. That's Who's Hot and Who's Cold. Brought to us by Liberty Comfort Systems of Anoka.
What's your 99?
Wendy's new 99-cent everyday value menu now has even more tasty ways to get what you want for 99 cents.
My 9 for 99. My 9 for 99.
The all-new Bacon 99er with thick applewood smoked bacon, or the new crispy chicken Caesar wrap with tender all-white meat chicken.
99.
My 99.
We got your 99.
Now there's 9 tasty choices for 99 cents.
Everything that goes into a Lennox system is engineered for absolute comfort. Like the parts that create your perfect temperature and humidity, or the parts that purify the air. Together, all these parts save you up to half off your heating and cooling bills. And there are few things more comforting than that.
The future of home comfort is here now at Liberty Comfort Systems.
Get the latest in innovation and technology at Liberty Comfort Systems. Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
What is it about the Twins that you like?
Just how awesome they are in the new stadium, and it's just so exciting.
And you have favorite players?
Mauer, yes, I like Mauer.
Welcome back. It's Game On, powered by the Courtside Bar and Grill. And not in football, not in baseball, not in basketball do the Gophers have a national champion that we can talk about now. But dance is it. Back-to-back national champions. Welcome, ladies. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Great to have champions in the house. Amber Jackson's the coach. How hard is it to do what you ladies have done?
I would say, it's extremely challenging. The team works extremely hard. Our season is almost year-round, starting in auditions in April and then culminating in January with the national championship. It's the winning formula is any sport. They're talented, they have the amazing work ethic, team before anything else, and I gotta give credit. We have, of our 17 team members, 16 are from Minnesota, so you got to keep the talent in Minnesota, and that's what we've done.
That's the key in every sport, too. And when we talk about being national champions, you guys were good going in, but you had it up here too.
Definitely. I think every collegiate team is good. That's kind of the name of the game. But what we really focused on this year is having the mindset of a champion. And in order to come back and win 2 double national championships again, we kind of try to push the bar higher than we set it the year before. And so we worked a lot on being on the same page mentally and training ourselves not only physically every practice, but mentally putting the pressure on ourselves and how we could adapt every practice.
Is there a lot of training? Is there a lot of workouts? You guys are all looking good, I will say. But you got to be very fit and very active.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we put in the time just like any other sport, both in practice and outside of practice, including conditioning that isn't dance, running, and lifting and all that. So we definitely put in the time physically.
It's almost like another class or 2, isn't it?
Or 3.
Or 3?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, we're not at a scholarship level, so these guys are really, I guess you could say, volunteering their time, and their commitment is next to none. I'm so proud. And not only are they doing this for themselves and competing and winning, but they're also supporting the men's basketball team. They're supporting the football team at all their home events as well. So really strong student athletes here.
Did you all start when you were like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Whew, my wife and I are doing the right thing. Annie's 5. She's doing. So you were knee-high to a grasshopper when you started doing this.
Yeah, most of us were.
Awesome. And you've stayed with it?
Yeah.
And the payoff is back-to-back national. You guys going to win it again next year?
Of course. Yeah. Definitely.
You got to love
2
that.
seniors.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. Well, you guys just rocked the house tonight. Everybody here has loved having you here. Thank you for being a part, and thank you for all you do at the university. Congratulations on back-to-back national championships.
Thank you.
Go Goldberg!
That's awesome. The Gopher dance team, back-to-back national champions, NC2A. Hey, don't forget, if you want anything Wolves, go to our website, GameOnTVMN.com. And don't forget, you can get Simon Says at Timberwolves.com, part of a great NBA site full of inside information, strong Wolf viewpoints, and every Thursday, 11 a.m., get the fresh off-the-press Simon Says. Thursday mornings, Timberwolves.com. When you need to move around the metro, call on City View White Knight Limousine. They take care of us with town cars, limousines, SUVs. City View is safe, reliable, and they will handle your needs. Get them on the web at cityviewlimo.com.
So, you're looking for a night out with the guys. Guy stuff. Sports, beer, fun. What about catching a Wolves game? The Guys Night Out package gives you a ticket, beer, hot dog, and a chance to meet the Timberwolves dancers, all for just $15. That sounds like guy stuff. Log on to Timberwolves.com to get your tickets today.
Wallingberg and Diebly believes in families. We understand and support families in all their many forms. And when legal problems arise in the family, Wallingberg and Diebly is there. Wallingberg and Diebly, the premier family law firm of Minnesota. When you need us, call 612-326-3453 or visit wbdlaw.com.
Get ready to enter the hive. Rule number 1. Always wear a helmet. Rule number 2. Don't blink.
Air-game shot. The biggest lead of the night. After the shot to go.
Swarm Lacrosse returns to the XL Energy Center. For tickets, call 1-888-MN-SWARM or visit MNSwarm.com.
Time now for the Wheels of Thunder week ahead. Wolves busy against Memphis and New Orleans. There's the Wild on the 22nd against Edmonton. The Swarm on the 27th of March against Buffalo. There's the Gophers and Michigan State. Spring training is right here. Full team reporting in just days. Vikings training camp 159 days out. And don't forget the NFL alums caring for kids on February 26th. Time now for our MIAC Minute Indeed. Charlie Burgraff is the head coach at Bethel Hockey. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
You make the transition from women's to men's. Has it been a tough transition?
Not at all, Rod. I've actually enjoyed it. The women was a great experience and challenged me in some ways that I think were good. And I've done men before, and it's a natural fit for me.
told me that women are tougher in some ways than men.
Yes, been married for a number of years now. I think the communication piece and just understanding that girls can read you better than I've realized.
Yes.
And some of the teaching techniques and things had to be changed.
Final week of the season, playoffs, anything can happen, and you say the MIAC has some powerhouse teams.
Yeah, Hamlin's a strong team, and St. Thomas is a great team. They're offensively very, very skilled, and they're deep. And but the bottom of the MIAC has been coming up, and some teams have given a good challenge that haven't before. And so it's good for the league. So when we get into the national run, the team that comes out of the MIAC will be used to battling all season long.
And you heard that right. You run the MIAC, you get a berth in the NC2As.
Yeah, they get into the quarterfinals, and the NCAA committee makes selections on the West and the East, and it's an automatic qualifier. So yeah, away you go.
Congratulations on a great season. Keep up the good work, and please keep us posted. Go MIAC when it comes down to the playoff time. Thank you for being with us. And as always, final thoughts go to this man. This is Craig Carger, the GM here at Courtside Bar and Grill. We talk about darts and special things during the week, but you say today is special.
Today is the day. We are gearing up for the Daytona 500 live right here on Fox.
Lots of Super Bowl type specials that we've had in the past.
Yep. You know, not only we will give away free prizes after every caution, we're going to have great drink and food specials through the entire race.
One of the beautiful things here too, all the TVs going to be on the oval.
As you know, Rod, there's never a bad seat when you're sitting courtside.
Indeed.
So this is the place to be today.
We'll see you from Florida at spring training.
Yes, can't wait.
Very nice. Don't forget, updates at GameOnTVMN.com. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Sunday. From all of us, Craig, myself, and all our guests, it's Game On. And we leave you with pictures of the two Swarm players headed to their All-Star game. It's Ryan Benesh and Nick Patterson.